Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Ecom Dave, and today I'm gonna walk you through the process on how to add a product onto Seller Central. And if you're new to Amazon and want to know everything about how the business works, you can download my cheat sheet here in the description, which will give you all that information. Or you can watch my video explaining how the actual business works, which I'm going to leave a link right here. And if you haven't yet, please join our Facebook family. I'm going to leave a link on my description so you can join our group. All right, let's get right to it. All right guys, so welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to add a product onto Seller Central step by step. All right. If you haven't yet seen my video on how to find a product to sell on Amazon, please do so before watching this. I'm gonna leave a link right here. Alright, so let's get started. So we're here on Amazon Seller Central. After you signed up with Amazon Seller Central, you're gonna come to this page when you first sign in, right? Right here on this side, you have your payment summary, right? This is one of my accounts. It doesn't have much movement, so it's just like an example account. I have a couple like test products here, and then you have your catalog, your inventory, your pricing, your orders, advertising, stores, reports, performance, and app store, right? You're gonna go to inventory and you're gonna go to manage inventory. You're gonna click on that. Then you're going to add a product right here. Now, here's where you're gonna list a new product, right? So now there's two ways of listing a product on Amazon, right? There's the create a new product listing, which you're mostly going to be doing as a private seller, or you can sell under somebody else's listings, right? And this is what they mean by hijacking. This means that somebody can sell under your listing, and you will have to share sales with them. But there is ways of stopping hijackers from selling on your listing, which I'll be going more in depth on my future videos. But for now, we're gonna go to create a new product listing, right? This is what we do as private label sellers. You're going to, and then here you're going to find your category, right? So if you haven't seen my past video on how to write a optimized listing, please do so. I'm gonna leave a link right here. And what we were looking at, we were looking into swaddle blankets, right? So then we're gonna this is one of the best sellers. What I always do, I grab the best seller, or I'll look at a couple of the best sellers and I see what category they're listing in, right? So you're gonna scroll down where it says additional information, Amazon bestseller rank, and you have their number 47 on nursery swaddling blankets, and number 2,785 in baby. So yeah. So we're going to go to baby products. We're gonna go to nursery. It's bedding, baby bedding, blankets and swaddling, and then swaddling blankets, and then we're going to select. Now when we get to this page, right? So for the product name, this is a vital info. This is a very important part of when you're adding a product. So the product name is the title of your product, and is what has the most search engine juice, right? So you want to put your most specific and most volume driven keywords in this section of your listing. So you're going to remember on our last video we created a fully optimized listing. If you haven't yet, please go watch that video before doing this video, or you're going to be confused. So we're simply just gonna grab it, copy it, and paste. Boom. All right, your product ID, right? I teach to use the UPC ID, and where I get my UPC codes is from Nationwide Barcode. Okay, Amazon does suggest that you use GS1 barcodes. But a GS1 barcode is about like triple the price of what a nationwide barcode is. I've been using nationwide barcodes for about like 3 years now, and I have not had a problem. So I have millions and millions of other sellers. So I recommend you go with nationwide. You go to you're gonna click on Amazon UPCs, and you're gonna come down here and you see you have their pricing right here, right? So you have $1, one for one for $10, or you can buy bulk 5 for $5.50, 10 for $3.75, right? So I have bought a couple already, so here's about 10, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come here and you're going to grab the UPC code. So yeah, so when you first, so when you come and you buy the UPC codes, and you're gonna get an email, and or the, it's gonna you guys gonna take you to the next page, and then it's gonna give you an option to download the CSV file. So then you're just gonna order this. You're gonna open the CSV file on Google Sheets, and then you're gonna come to this. You're gonna come over here where it says UPC. You're gonna copy that, and you're gonna put it. So you're gonna add it here. Boom. All right. So what I just use another this one just in case. Okay. UPC. And then so for your brand, you are going to pick you know what, not doesn't necessarily have to be what your company is, right? So it's like, for example, if you're selling something with baby, then you can definitely put like a brand name that you've created for just your baby niche. So for the sake of for this example, let's call it let's go baby. And you're always gonna search or something like, I don't know. I'll just put XYZ, ZZ baby or something. Just for the sake of the example, you always want to, on your brand name, you want to put something that's niche related. But I mean, honestly, like this is where people are gonna check out your store and stuff. So I always like to keep all my products organized with different brands. Always check that the brand that you're using is not trademarked, or you will get in trouble with that. So always run a trademark search on that. If you don't know how to do that, simply go USPTO trademark search, and just come down here, search our trademark database, basic word search, and then you're gonna put, say for example, we're doing XYZ ZZ baby, no TS records, great. Then you're gonna go to Amazon as well. Maybe you missed something, or no, or somebody's using it already. XYZ baby. So I don't see anyone using this. There's an XYZ baby, but there's no XYZZ baby, right? So we're good. Manufacturer, we're gonna do the same thing. Part number, this is for your internal use only. So I like to keep mine organized. So we're gonna do swaddle blankets, 0001. The manufacturer to do 1, and we're gonna go to variations. We're gonna skip, but if you do, if you wanna, create a listing and have that it has different variations, we're gonna go here and you're gonna pick what type of variation it is: color size, flavor, size name, and that, and just input your information. You're gonna need a different UPC for each of these variations. All right. On your offer, here is where you are going to pick your price. So say for example, here's where you're going to pick. You have to write down the the highest price that your product ever be, right? What I mean by this is that Amazon has a price cap, right? So you set your price cap when you first put your price down here, right? So say for example, you initially put 15 and later on the line your product is selling like crazy and you want to raise it up to $50. Amazon is not going to let you. So put your highest price your product will ever be um, when you first make your listing, so you won't have this problem anymore, and then lower it when when your stock actually once your listing is created, it's fine. You can always lower it more, but you can't always raise it more. So for the sweater blanket, let's say the most I'm ever planning on selling it for will be like 40. Let's see what sweater blanket is actually selling for. So they're selling for 15, 22, 24, 25, by 20. Oh, look, $48. Look at this one. So we're gonna sell it for, say, the most 60, right? $59.99. Condition new. And then here's where you're gonna click. I want Amazon to ship and provide customer service for my items if they sell. This is FBA, right? So you want to have this clicked off. We're not gonna worry about images right now, and save and finish. All right. So now that our listing is created, you see it's gonna come up right here on your manage inventory. You're going to click on edit, and now you see you have a lot more different options, right? You have a lot more you have a lot more tabs now on this part of the section, right, than you initially creating your listing, right? So right away, max order quantity, I always like to put like 2 or 1, just to keep hijackers again from buying a bulk of your products and then reselling it under your listing once you have once your listing is on page 1. If you're sitting on a very competitive niche, then this is where you're gonna have this is what you will dealing with. So if you're like on a highly competitive niche, and this product is selling, let's say, 100 a day, hijackers will try and buy 100 of you, or a lot of your units, and resell it under that listing, because that listing is already on page 1. So all they have to do is just simply sell under the listing and get your sales, right? So but there is ways of getting this is one of the ways of stopping hijackers from selling under your listing, is only give them the max order quantity of 1, right? So they don't have that much inventory to sell, and then you know that if they are selling under your listing, it's not a legitimate product, and you can contact Amazon and say, hey, this person is not selling a legitimate product. It's not an XYZ baby product, and you can either buy their the inventory that they're selling, just buy one. You just take a picture of it, and this is what I got. This is not a legitimate product. And they'll take that hijacker off of your listing. I'll get more in depth on that later, right? So max order quantity 1. Here you have your price, right? And then right here you have so just the retail price, and then you have your sale price. Your sale price is so I don't know if you guys seen products. See, for example, this one, right? So they have the original price right here and the sale price. So I always recommend always using the sale price option. It just gives you an added kind of promotion and sales value, right? And it doesn't cost you anything. And the buyer is always like, oh look, it was 14, now it's 13. So it always helps, right? So we're gonna put it at I think they were selling for 20. That's the average price. And then you're gonna have to put a sales start date. I always do today, and I always do like a year later, so I don't have to think about it. Just do that. Hanging time doesn't matter. Restock date doesn't matter. Product task code. Okay, offering can be gift messaged. Yes. It's a gift for the logo. Yes. You always want to click those off. I don't know if you guys ever been on Amazon and it gives you the option to gift wrap. Right. It's something they charge for. Um, and I believe you make a little extra money on that, and that it doesn't cost you anything. Right. So um, just always have this clicked off. It's just an extra, say for example somebody's buying these for as a gift and they want to get it wrapped, they want to pay for the wrapping over there on Amazon, and you want to give them the option that yes, it's available for wrapping, compliance. Here's where you're gonna add your product's weights, if it has batteries, all this information, right? The number of batteries. If it doesn't have batteries, you don't have to worry about this. Just any additional information you want to add on your product. Here's where you're going to input your images. I will do another video strictly on images and what I recommend you should have on your listing, on description, right? Here's where you're going to grab the bullet points that we've created before. So you should be just going to copy this. You see this is 98 out of 100. And obviously you're gonna write the rest of the listings using the technique that I showed you on my previous video on how to properly optimize a listing, right? So you're gonna come here and you simply just you're gonna add more, add more, add more, and you're gonna just fill this up. Same thing for the description, right? So you're gonna write a fully optimized description down here, and you right? You're gonna come down here, write a fully optimized description. Please use all 2000, and you should be fine, right? The back end search term, right? What this means is, and I believe I did not explain on my last video. I'm gonna go in unique, right? And I'm gonna grab once they have the highest volume, right? So you're gonna write swaddle, baby, blankets, sleep, sack, newborn, you have receiving. You're gonna come down the list, right? Boy, let's go receiving row. And you're gonna fill out all 250. And then you are going to, so you have keywords, so right, you're going to copy and paste your description here that you've written there. You're going to come to keywords, and here where the search terms are going to go, right? So you're going to come here, you're going to copy that once you've filled out all 250 of them, and boom, you're going to paste them. What search terms means is you're telling kind of like the search, the A1 algorithm of Amazon, right? You're telling them, okay, this is kind of like what keywords are being used in my listing. This is kind of like the final kind of part of your listing that Amazon scans. So like I said, the most important one is it's your title, right? This is what Amazon is gonna grab and be like, okay, this is a swaddle blanket, this is a baby swaddle wrap, so I'm going to put this listing with where the swaddle blankets listings go, right? And then you're gonna go, and then it's gonna scan your bullet points, then your description, and then it's gonna scan your search term report. Sorry, your search terms. Any other this I don't really fill out. It doesn't index. Amazon doesn't index any of this, so I don't really add it. If you would like to, go ahead, but I don't. More details, right? So here's where you're gonna put your shipping weight, and this is what's pretty much gonna determine your FBA fees. So you want to be very specific with this, right? You want to put your shipping weight in pounds, ounces, dimensions, and all that. You're gonna put your item dimensions, right? And yeah, and then you're gonna come down here, you're gonna put what material type, right? Because this is all gonna show on your listing. So you wanna try and fill out this as much as possible. Whatever, like I said, if it's part of your product, then do please fill all this out, right? For example, if it has a flavor, mine doesn't have a flavor, or just leave that blank. Okay, then once you have all that done, then there you go. Your listing is being created. Please, guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll make sure to answer them.